Hey, lovers, likers and haters, it's Dee and Steve from B.O.S.S. How are we doing today?
Hey guys, how are we?
We're here for a Sunday growth session with you. Julia has invited us back because I guess she liked what we were talking about last time. What do you reckon?
Jesus, that's pretty scary actually.
We did babble a little bit, but that's okay. So we're jumping into your news feeds today. Julia's asked us back because we did have a question last time we were doing our salon growth session with her, and someone was asking in regards to salon decorating. So that is right up my alley.
I'm factual. I just say yes or no.
Yes.
But I think we'll give you some insight on what we've done, how we've done it, what clients really look for when it comes to decorating your salon, and how to achieve, I guess, the look, feel of your salon. Lashing rooms.
So Steve's going to have his phone handy with us as well, because sometimes when we're doing a live we can't actually see all the comments and everything. I'm so sorry about the ring light in my eyes, but we're trying to give you a little, it's actually very dark in our salon, so we are trying to shine a bit of light in our salon because it's a bit dark in here, but we love it that way as well. So hey Des, thanks for joining us.
And Dee can't see if she takes glasses off. So.
Yeah, so I'll be blind if I can't see, so it's all good. So there's a few things that we want to touch on today, and just let you guys know what we actually did in the salon and how we sort of started out. So we are in a commercial salon now, so this is where we decided to do our Sunday sesh.
This is where we spend 23 of 24 hours every day of the week.
So just because we're not at home doesn't mean we're not here all the time. So we did start off in a home salon back in Brisbane. Even when we started off in our home salon, we made sure that everything was consistent.
Yeah.
And everything that we did, it was just in a spare room at home, so everything that we had in that salon was consistent. So we made sure that we were in our own home then, but even then we didn't paint walls or anything like that. So we made sure that the bed linen was all matching. We made sure that all the furniture that was in there was all matching. We made sure that any pictures or anything that were on the wall and things like that we were hanging up were all matching and things like that. So the consistency is something that we've continued to do. The consistency is something we've been consistently doing. So even when we were renting rooms and stuff like that, so we rented rooms in the city, and my amazing fabulous husband, factual guy here, actually painted walls there for me.
Well,
and
I tried to.
You tried to.
Tried.
So
I think that we might have a picture somewhere.
We do. We might put that in the group later on. We do have an image of that. So what we did with that, which was really fun. So if you are able to paint your rooms and things like that, what we did is we got old school projectors. Do you know when you used to go to school and they used to put like the clear plastic on a projector thingy and it used to project the image up onto a wall? We did that with our logo. So we popped the projector image or the logo over the top, and then that projected onto the wall. And then my amazing husband spent many hours.
I don't know about amazing. Look, it looked good. It was fun. It was definitely something different. Obviously, we've come a long way since then. We could actually afford to have the screenwriter now do all of our screening and everything like that. But at the time, it showed who we were. It showed that we were up and coming. It showed that we were happy to get paint on our clothes at 6 o'clock at night on a Sunday, just before we're supposed to have our first client at 9 o'clock the next morning. And your clients see that. It's surprising to see that, or it's surprising to know that your clients will pick up on the smallest of details, and they really do look at it. So our clients always commented in that particular time on that logo because they could see that we'd done it ourselves. I don't know if that was a good or a bad thing, but they do pick up on it, so you'd be surprised. Yeah,
so Steve actually projected that image up and he actually traced our logo out, and our logo is our current logo is very intricate. We're rebranding at the moment, so we're going to change it up a little bit, but he actually traced that logo out. And then we painted it onto the wall. So we didn't have money then to be doing big signage and things like that, even Vistaprint and stuff like that. We didn't have money to be doing that. So, and we wanted it to be different and unique. So we basically put that up on the wall. We painted it out our colours, and it was amazing. So that was something really inexpensive. It did take a lot of time. We had to go on the buy, swap and sell websites to try and find someone that had a projector that we could borrow. So as soon as... and it was just time and a little bit of paint from Bunnings. So
and it was fun.
It was.
Sometimes.
Until
other times it got a bit frustrating.
Until about a month later, we got told that we had to leave because the lady wasn't going to stay there anymore. So we were just renting a room in the city, so we had to move, and we couldn't obviously take our logo with us. So that's the sad thing about it. So just be mindful of that. But yeah, you've got Vistaprint and things like that now these days that can really help you with doing things inexpensively, but making yourself look expensive really cheaply. If you are working from home as well, I always suggest have some kind of signage out the front. It's very, very cheap on Vistaprint to just get like a, what are those?
It was about an A4.
It's not, is it corkboard?
Not
it's
corkboard.
Got the holes in.
I can't think of what it's called.
Yeah.
Corflute.
Corflute, that's it. You can get Corflute ones and they're very, very inexpensive, but it makes you look and portray that you're not just your average home salon. It makes you portray that you are a business that they are attending. So
it also helps people find the house, especially because it is in a house. It does actually help people find it because, you know, some places, one house after the other just looks identical. So it does also help them find your house if it's the first time that they're coming to your salon.
And yeah, think about it if you're coming from a client's point of view. You don't want to accidentally knock on the wrong door and you feel really anxious or nervous that you're going to someone's home. Whereas if you have just this really inexpensive sign out the front that says, you know, so-and-so's lashes or, you know, welcome to this lash place, it makes them feel like, oh, I've arrived at the right place, and they're getting a welcome as soon as they see your house. So that's amazing on the customer service front as well. I'm really big on signage. I think signage is very important. Again, even when we were working from home, I had nowhere in my the room that I was working at for people to wait in. So I had a little sign out the front that said, you know, and I've seen a lot of places and a lot of people on Lash Tribe say the same thing. They've got a little sign that just simply says lashing in progress, and I had a seat out there as well. If it was a hot day,
table as well.
And a little table. If it was a hot day, I'd have some water out there for them as well. Please take a seat. I won't be too far away. So that helps when sometimes people rock up about 20 minutes early and you're still in the middle of lashing, and you might not necessarily want them in the room with you, so they're staring across from you and they're looking at what you're doing. It can be a little bit intimidating. So having an area where they can wait, even though you don't have a commercial salon and you don't have a waiting room, it can be amazing to have somewhere for them to actually wait. Yeah.
And it shows that you care about your client as well, which is what they ultimately is what they want to feel, is that you care about them.
Yeah. So if you can do that right from the beginning, so when they're seeing your house and they see that sign, to when they walk up to your front door and they know you're already busy, and they take a seat, that's already so many key points there that you're meeting of theirs.
Okay. So I guess we probably should start talking about decorating salons, since we're just going to get right off topic here.
Yeah.
So there's 5, and I've actually written these down because I've renowned for forgetting things.
We always forget one for some reason. I don't know why, but there are 5 main senses that people have. So they're really important. If you can hit all 5 of them, that's amazing.
Yep.
And people are going to remember you a lot more. So we're going to touch a little bit on both of them and what we do in both of them and how you can translate that into your business as well.
So you really want to focus on your 5 senses, because everyone's got 5 senses. If you've got 6, well,
give me your number so I can call you and we can have like a psychic reading or something like that. That'd be fabulous.
So what we want to look at, or what you're actually aiming to get, is your 5 senses. So your taste, touch, sight, smell, and sound. They're the 5 senses that you want to intrigue, or that you want to invoke with all of your clients that walk through the door.
That's a great word, invoke.
Invoke. You like that one? Yeah.
So let's start with taste. So taste, you might be thinking, well, I do lash extensions. There's not really much I can do for taste. You know, I'm not a cafe, you know, this type of stuff. What would you say something really, really simple for people to bring that taste into their salon?
Coffee, tea, flavoured water, like
we don't
cucumber.
serve coffee in lash places.
No, sorry, our therapists aren't allowed coffee. But you can also do like your champagnes. You've got your flavoured waters like cucumber in your water, or lemon water.
Lemon
nice
water,
and easy.
cucumber and mint.
A little bit of a shout out to a tea, like T2 teas. You can have that out for your clients as well. That is a taste. That's something that your client will taste. They will remember, because every time they come to your salon, they get flavoured water or a champagne.
Yeah. So
if you're allowed legally, check that with your local
check that with your local councils. Yeah. Like we were saying, flavoured water, you can have just lemon water. Really cheap to do, even if you can't or don't want to spend the money on getting an actual lemon, because sometimes they can be really expensive. You can just get like the squeezy lemon bottle things. It tastes the same. You can get lemon water. You can get cucumber and mint water. Plant some mint at home, so then that way it's really inexpensive. Mint, I know, can be very expensive, but if you just plant some at home, it grows like wildfire. So mint and cucumber water. Just do a Google search of flavoured water. Sometimes, you might have on special, there might be strawberries on special at Woolies or Coles or wherever you go. You can do those ones. So water is a really big thing, depending on where you are. Sometimes in the warmer states, you can have tea. So, you can have, in the colder states, you can have warm tea. In the hotter states, you can have cool tea. Oh my God, that was really hard. But you can have vice versa. It doesn't mean that necessarily you need to give them a whole glass of tea. It's really cute if you give them like a little shot glass of warm tea, or a little shot glass of, could be tomato juice. It could be freshly squeezed orange juice. You might have a juicer at home. So many different things you can do. For your pregnant clients, I know sometimes if you can't offer them champagne, you can have sparkling apple juice. You can have non-alcoholic champagne. There's so many different options that you can give that's not just your tea and coffee. I know it's really sucky that we're not hairdressers and that we can't give them amazing cocktails and amazing tea and coffee and biscuits and things like that, but a little bit goes a long way. So those little things with the water side of it and the drinking side of it are super simple.
Yeah. And the other good thing about this sort of stuff, especially like your flavoured waters, your lemons, your cucumbers, it's inexpensive.
Yeah.
Like, it is literally water with like a stick of cucumber in it, and people will remember that.
Yeah.
People, like...
The difference between having a plain water and having a water with cucumber and mint in it, that person is going to remember you 10,000 times over someone that's just been given a plain water in a plastic cup. Make your cups look amazing as well. Yeah. Make your cups look really... Oh, I should show them my cups. Hang on. You talk. I'll go at our cups.
And the cups, again, don't need to be expensive at all. Like, she's running down the hallway at the moment. I think we went to Kmart or Big W or something like that, and we picked up a 4 set of tumbler-looking glasses that look like like crystals. Yeah. So
these are our glasses. How pretty are they? So we got those from Kmart. They were really, really cheap. Not really, really cheap, but like, I don't know, like $10, $20 or something like that. But then, and they're really heavy, so clients get these and they feel, oh, they're a bit special, they're a bit, classy, they're a bit awesome. How good do you feel when you go to places and they've got Mentos on the reception desk and you're like, oh my God, I get to pick a Mentos, fingers crossed it's pink. How good does that make you feel? So stuff like that as well. We offer all our clients mints before their appointment. So that gives them and us to make sure that they don't have coffee breath or tuna breath or anything like that, and it makes them feel less subconscious. But you could have Mentos, mints, anything that's on special. You need to make sure that they're wrapped though. Make sure you're giving them wrapped ones, not, don't give them a snake or something like that. Hand them a snake. But there's lots of places like that. You can go on eBay and there's lots of ones that sell like the candy buffet type things. So you can get like Hershey's Kisses. You can get chocolates. There's places that do custom personalized chocolates, so you can get chocolates with your logos on them as well. That's like when you move up to the next level. So start maybe at just, Mentoses and things like that, or your Hershey's Kisses. You can get them really cheaply off eBay. And then, you might progress onto, personalized chocolates. And then you might go to, when we had what did we have? It was Christmas, I think. Oh, Valentine's Day. For Valentine's Day, we've got a client that makes cookies and things like that. So she made some amazing custom cookies, and they all had lashes on them and things like that.
And we had the lips as well.
And we had lips as well. So you can find someone in your area that, you can collaborate with that might want to be able to do that for you. So make some custom cookies or cupcakes or...
And it's also supporting your local small businesses as well.
That's
which
right.
We are really, really big on, especially up here in the territory, because there's a lot of businesses, big and small, that are closing at the moment. So we're very big on supporting our local businesses and helping out any way we can.
Yeah, so maybe just do a shout out on your page or speak to your clients if any of them actually do make cupcakes, or they do grazing tables, or they do candy buffets, things like that. Have a chat with them, and that's something that you can bring into the salon. We had a candy buffet for Christmas, and everybody loved it. They loved the fact that they could come.
So did I, sitting on reception.
They loved the fact that they could come and then not feel so terrible having time out for themselves, and they all got a big bag of lollies for their kids and took it home for their kids. So that was really special as well, and we got a bit of a discount with the girl that was doing the candy buffet thing for it, because we were spruiking it to everyone, and we were doing Facebook posts and marketing and Insta stories and things like that. So she gave us a discount. So just speak to people in your local area. It can be quite inexpensive, but you need to put the feelers out there and you need to support one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So taste.
I think you've killed that one.
I think we've killed that one. Okay.
Yeah.
If you do something that's different with the taste category, if you have any other ideas, please pop them in the comments, just so anyone else that's watching can get some more great ideas. If you have any questions about the taste stuff, or you want any more info, pop them in the comments as well.
Yep. Touch.
Woo.
No.
So, touch, it can be so many different things.
It starts... you'd be surprised how much people actually touch. It comes from right through from the door handle to your reception desk to where they're sitting to what they're feeling in the bed, everything like that. We've got, I'm not sure if you can see our couches back there, but we've got something like I don't know, I've lost count of how many pillows we've got sitting on there. However, all of our pillows are different textures. The couch is a different texture to the pillow. So we've got fluffy. What else? Oh God, oh that sparkly thing. So we've got all sorts of different textures, and the clients will sit there and play with the pillows and feel the pillows, and they'll cuddle up to the pillows. From there, our clients go onto our beds. We've spent so much time, and not necessarily money, but we've spent so much time on making sure our beds were as comfortable as possible. We wanted our clients to feel comfortable. So we've gone through, we've put multiple different layers of different foams and blankets and stuff like that for our clients, so that they feel comfortable, they get that touch, they're supported throughout the whole treatment.
Yeah. Touch also comes down to your therapist as well. So if you have staff, or if you yourself, if you are not trained as a beauty therapist, at least go maybe do a course in like Indian head massage or something like that, or facials. That actually gives you insight on how to touch the face and how it actually feels nice. If you've never had extensions yourself, go somewhere and get extensions done. Have a feel of how it feels when they're cleansing your eyes and things like that. It's such a sensitive area, and if you go slightly, like just a little bit too much, it actually feels really uncomfortable instead of feeling really beautiful and luxurious. So like Steve said, touch is absolutely everywhere in your salon or in your studio or in your spare room, wherever you might be doing lashes from. So it's very, very, very important to make sure things are clean. So like if someone's touching your reception desk and they feel dirt or grit, or they feel someone's coffee that they put in there, that they had resting there before, or someone lies in your bed and they can maybe see dog hair or something like that, you haven't changed it properly. Like we were even saying with the cups before. This is a feeling as well. This feels nice and heavy, it feels secure, it feels safe, it doesn't feel cheap. So this is something that can really, change an experience as well. Can you imagine if someone gave you a glass of, cucumber water or coconut water? Hey, there's another thing you can add. So cucumber and mint water in this, or gave you a glass of water in a plastic cup. Can you see kind of what the difference is there? Can you see that one is like a very expensive, luxurious treatment where they're like, I don't mind paying $150 for my classic lashes, and then you get the plastic cup. I don't even have a plastic cup, but they give you a plastic cup.
Oh, we do. In my teeth,
for teeth whitening.
Yeah.
They give you a plastic cup, and then they want to charge you $150 for your lash extensions. Can you see how automatically you're making yourself more expensive with these?
Yep.
Not necessarily these, but with this type of stuff. So again, all our pillows and stuff like that, I think I've only ever bought one expensive pillow. Yeah. Which is the bane of Steve's existence. And now I can't even remember how many years on. I think it's like 8 years on, and it's still on our pillow because he refuses to get rid of it.
I will never sell that pillow. That's the most expensive pillow we've ever bought, and it's sitting on my bed.
It's not even that bad. I spent $80 on a pillow from Adairs, but Steve almost had a heart attack, so we still have that pillow. But The pillows in the salon, because you will be changing them quite regularly as well. A, because you get bored of the look of them, and B, because there's a lot of people touching them, and sometimes people
feel a bit grotty.
Yeah, people bring kids and hands everywhere, and with the fluffy ones and the textured ones, it's very difficult to wash them. So we just go to Kmart. Kmart is always changing over its their products and their looks and stuff like that. You can go on eBay as well and get different ones. Spotlight, things like that have got amazing ones. But even if you're at home and you've only got one chair, get a cool little statement pillow. Go find
or a throw or something. But make sure it matches the decor that you're going for within your salon.
Yeah.
You want that consistency throughout, from the second they walk through the door to into their treatment rooms and then back out the door. You want all of your colours, or not so much your textures, but your colours, your themes, you want it to be consistent. Yeah.
Even if you're working out of one room, have a look around your room. What can you do to make everything consistent? What can you do to make everything coherent? I'm so big on coherency, and make sure it matches with your brand.
OCD thing.
Yeah, make sure it matches with your brand. You don't want people being on your Facebook page and seeing light blues and dark blues and beachy theme, and they get to your salon and it's black like this. They're going to go, hang on a second, that doesn't match and I don't like that, because I was under the impression that I was going to a place like this. Everything in our salon and in our Instagram feed and in our Facebook and us, how we portray ourselves, matches with that theme. So even if you are in a home salon, make sure that matches. And I know there's a lot of places out there that even if they're a home salon, and this is probably more to site, so I'll wait for site with that one. Yeah.
Well, I think have we killed it?
I think touch is good. So just make sure clean. That clean is the main thing, sanitary and clean, and coherent. Yep. Again,
and we'll show you a bit more about the touch. We will do before we finish. We'll do a quick run through of just of the salon, just so you can actually see that the consistency through all of our rooms, and just might be able to pick up on a couple of little things that we have done that's a little bit offbeat, that sort of still runs with the clean, the hygiene, but also keeps with our themes. Yeah. So we'll touch back on that one a little bit later.
We'll touch back on that.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's too early. Lucky we're like lash growth people, not comedians.
Oh, one of us is. Not me. Site.
What are we doing now?
Site.
This isn't it. Okay, this one is really quite simple, but can go horribly wrong as well. Yep. So again, with the consistency.
Yeah, it is. It's all consistent. So like I said to you, we will do a run through of the salon shortly, but from the front door all the way through to our back rooms, even in our toilet, is all consistent. We have the same colour theme all the way through the salon. We do have a couple of statement pieces, which again you'll see shortly. But everything is consistent all the way through. Our furniture's all consistent. But the big thing is this did not all happen at once. We have been working on this. I think we got into this salon about 2 years ago. We're still not finished. Our clients think we're finished, but for us, our OCD says that we're not finished. But
that was something that was very difficult for me to handle.
Yeah.
Not doing it all at once. And Steve kept saying to me, it doesn't need to all be done at once. And I was like, but it looks unfinished. Like, when we first moved in here, we had the reception desk and we had the couches.
We had the old couches,
and that was it. And I was like, no, but there needs to be stuff on the wall, and there needs to be this over here, and I need a coffee table, and I need this, and I need that. And it was really like anxiety building for me, not being able to do that all at the same time. And then clients would walk in, they're like, oh, it's so beautiful in here. I was like, oh my God, it's not finished, don't look. But they didn't really see that. So just, like Steve's saying, you don't need to do it all at once. It will send you broke if you do.
Very much so.
But that was probably one of the things I took away from you, and I was lucky that you were able to help me see that it doesn't need to all be done.
Because of it.
It doesn't need to all be done at once.
No, it doesn't. Your client doesn't. Although we are talking about site, your client doesn't necessarily see your final vision. Your final vision is in your head, and unless you've shared it with every single client that you've got, they're not going to know the difference.
Oh, that's really good.
And the other thing is that it's good as well not to be always finished, because if your client walks in, they're like, oh yeah, same thing this week as what there was last week. There's nothing for them to invigorate their senses again. So we change probably every 6 months. Our main furniture, our beds and stuff like that, they don't really change. But we'll put something random up, or we'll, I think we had the couches for 12 months, so we all of a sudden found these other couches that better suited the salon. So we're like, yeah, stuff it. Let's go buy these couches. Yes, they were cheap and they were on sale. But yeah, so you don't need to be 100% complete all the time. Obviously, you don't want it to look like a construction site. I've worked on a lot of them. You don't want that. But as far as the client sees, they can't see the vision that's in your head. So as long as it looks, 99% complete to them, they're not going to know. And it's always good to see them, or it's always good for them to see change as well.
Yeah. It's and it gets very boring. Like if you're in a room,
yes.
In your
the same
own,
4 walls are boring.
Yeah, if you get like I was always doing, I was always in my little room, and I'd spend 14 hours a day there, and I'd look at the same walls every single day, and the same bed sheets, and the same picture on the wall, and the same. It gets really boring. Yes, your clients only come through once every 3 weeks or once every 6 weeks, whatever it might be. It can get very boring and very tiring for them. So keep changing it up. Like I said, Kmart, things like that, op shops, your $2 shops, things like that. Change the flowers up, change the vase up, little bits and pieces like that. Every time you, or anytime you see someone, bring out some cool lash photo or something like that, or get your own lash photos blown up, Vistaprint again, things like that. Change it up, because that will keep them, their senses invigorated as well, like Steve was saying, and it will stop you from going batty in the same bloody area.
Turn it into a game as well, and actually change stuff and see how long it takes for people to notice.
We did that with the couches. Oh, it was hilarious.
I may be guilty of this. Yeah, we did. We changed the couches at Christmas. This Christmas? Yeah, Christmas time, and it took some people about 3 months to actually realise that we've changed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have like little games, and we get the staff involved and go, all right, so how long do you think it's gonna be before someone notices that we've changed, like the couches? Yeah, that actually turned out to be quite fun. So
with sight as well, I wanted to say, really important, what you're wearing. What you're wearing is super important. I understand, and I don't necessarily agree with it, but there's a lot of salon owners that work from home that go, oh, I just wear something cute and trendy that reflects me. Please don't. I know that's probably going to rub some people up the wrong way, but please don't. Have some form of a uniform that you wear. It shows that you are professional. It shows that you are a business. Even if it's just like a lash top like this and some black pants. It doesn't necessarily need to be like a tunic, because I know that can be quite expensive as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be a tunic and, all this type of stuff. Make sure your hair's done. Your hair should always be up, out of the way. That's just a beauty therapist type stuff. Even this, I wouldn't wear this to lash, because this would get in the way, or to do brows. I have my hair completely pulled back. Make sure your face is done. Make sure just you've got a little bit of, it doesn't need to be like a full face. If you want a full face, awesome. Make sure you've just got even a little bit of BB cream, or just a little bit of powder. Your eyes, and if you do brows, your lashes and your brows must always be done. You are asking people to come to you for this service. So it is very important that they see that you are maintaining yourself. If you come and you've got just some, ordinary clothes on, your hair's not done, you've kind of just pulled it up out of the way, your makeup's not done, how can they entrust you to be doing this amazing service for them? So again, plastic cup, gorgeous little glass cup. Do you want to be a plastic cup where you're just in daggy clothes, average makeup, average hair, your salon looks kind of average, mismatched furniture and all that type of stuff? Or do you want to portray yourself as the glass cup, the amazing, safe, gorgeous, expensive looking cup? These shirts aren't very expensive. You can get your own made up on Vistaprint with your own logo, just a black shirt, own logo, black pants, nice shoes. They should always try and be closed-in shoes. Your hair and your makeup done. Straight away, if a client, again, is rocking up and they see your signage out the front, they see your signage at the front door, you open the door and you're all dressed from head to toe in, some kind of uniform, and then they come into your salon or they come into your room and everything is coherent and matching, do you think they're going to have a problem paying $150 for lashes? They won't, especially if you do good lashes. That's I guess that's the main thing as well. But that's That's the site as well. That's you portraying a certain image. That's your salon portraying a certain image. We've got a few things that with the site and stuff like that we're going to walk around and show you later. But in trying to invigorate those senses, and we've got a statement piece in our salon. Try and have a statement piece in your salon, something that's quite important to you, something that means something, or something that you want to show your clients is very important to you. So
again, consistency. So I'm the factual person. I can't do designs and stuff like that. I just look at numbers. I look at all the factual stuff. Again, if you are with your sites, your uniforms, if you're consistent with your uniforms, you can charge that $150 for a classic set, because it shows that you're professional. It shows that you know what you're doing. It shows that you care about your brand. You care about your clients.
It shows that you care.
It shows that you
Full
care.
stop.
Yeah,
that you
100%.
care.
So it is, again, you still need to be consistent with all of your sites, right down to what you're wearing, what your footwear, the way your hair is, the way your makeup is. So, all right.
So that's good.
I think we've done sight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smell. I love smell. 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 Important again. Purely, it's getting your clients interested. It's giving your clients' senses another thing to heighten, I guess. I don't really know the words. I'm making stuff up.
What do you feel, or what do you think when you smell Subway?
Food, and I'm hungry.
Yeah. There's, Subway has got that. I know some people might not like Subway, but Subway has got that
fresh bread,
like that, and you're like, just walked past Subway. I wasn't even hungry, but now I kind of am. That's what we're talking about as well.
Yeah. So we use wax melts.
Wax melts. We've got Sensi. So from Sensi, but you could make your own. People make their own. What are those diffusers and stuff like that called, where you can put essential oils in?
Reeds, we change our reeds probably every month. We put a new smell in. We change our wax melts out every month. Or is it 2 days?
Yeah, it's really regular those.
Oh wow, okay, so probably every week then with our wax melts, and we put different scents through the salon. Again, it's like a little game to see if someone picks up on it, if they notice that we've changed it. But it changes that whole mood. You can even go even further with those senses or with those smells, and you can actually, especially if you're distributors or
selling some type of product.
You can actually get someone to make up a particular smell so that they recognise. Thanks, Des. So that they actually recognise your smell. So again, like Subway, you walk past Subway, you recognise that Subway smell. So they recognise your brand when they open it, like when they open up a box. So like go to someone to design your own personal perfume. You can spray it on your pillows. You can spray it in your delivery boxes. You can spray it on your blankets.
On your business cards as well.
Business cards.
Your next appointment is a bit of a spray on there.
Yeah, and people will recognise that smell with your business.
Yeah. You can, so places for that is you can go to your places that do essential oils and things like that. They could make you up a mixture, people that sell doTERRA and things like that. When we were doing our diploma, we had to do a module. We had to do a module in perfume making. So if you attend maybe one of your local colleges or something like that, they may be able to, put you just even with a student, and they need to, come up with something for their assessment. So they might sit with you and go, okay, can we come up with a smell together? And they might do that for free because they need it for their assessment and you need it for that. And then you've got a formula on what your smell is, and then you can sell that in your salon. That can be a retail thing. You can spray it, like Steve was saying, on your beds, on your business cards, on your appointment cards, things like that. So
and it's consistent. That's factual person. I like consistency.
But think as well what you want to invoke with your smell. Do you want, and that might, if you're not beauty therapist background, you might want to go speak to someone that specialises in essential oils.
Unis are really good to speak to as well. Like we've got, I speak to the local Charles Darwin University up here probably once every couple of months. About different things, about what they're providing, if they've got any really awesome students that they think that we need to know about. But they would also be able to help you. A lot of the universities or the colleges, because they are doing essential oil mixtures in class and it's part of their diploma. Because it's part of their diploma, you can get it for dirt cheap. Next to nothing, because someone needs to be able to formulate it. And it's a great way to do it, and you're helping someone else out as well.
So just make sure like I was saying, you want to know what you want to invoke. Do you want them to feel uplifted and happy? Do you want them to feel chilled and mellow? So there's lots of different things you can look into, and it can be very inexpensive. If you just want to get something like orange oil, orange oil is very uplifting. So you get one of those, and you get a lavender, which is very calming. So you
Does
have
that make you neutral? Well,
no,
if
you
you've
have
got
both.
like a high and a low, does that
You use one or the other. So I guess when the client's coming into you, probably pop a little bit of lavender oil around them. When the client is leaving, you'd probably put maybe a little bit of orange oil on them, and then that way they're woken up again and they're quite invigorated.
Yep. All right. So the last one. You ready?
Yep.
Sound.
Sound.
Oh my God, you've listened to us for I don't know how long now, so you're pretty good with sound.
Yeah.
Home salons, it's so awkward when there's no music or there's it's awkward when there's no music. You know that when you're having a chat with someone, I do it with Dee all the time. When you're having a chat with someone and the other person doesn't respond and it just feels awkward, that's what it can feel like if there's no noise in the background. Obviously, you're away lashing, you're concentrating, but your client may feel awkward because they may want to talk, or they may need that sensory feeling to relax,
Zone out, yeah.
To zone out, yeah. So when we had this salon design, we said to them from day dot, we need speakers in the ceiling. We want people to be able to hear what is going on in the salon. That we need people to be able to zone out and listen to music, or to, they can listen to podcasts if they really want to, if they're the only person in the salon. So sound is really important. The other thing with sound as well, which I know that we didn't sort of rehearse, or not even rehearse, but talk about before, was we've got 5, 6 girls, I can't remember now, it keeps changing. But even the sound of the therapists in the room can change the mood, something shocking. We know, I know from the second I walk in the door if the girls are having a really good day or a really shocking day. That sort of sound as well, and the client does pick up on that. So if our salon's deathly quiet and it can only hear the music, I know the girls are not having the greatest of days. If I walk in here, I can't hear the music because the girls are all chatting and carrying on with their clients and each other and yelling across the hallways and stuff like that. I know we're having a really good day. Everyone's killing it, and they're excited to be at work. So sound is one of those things that clients pick up on.
It gives a
really quickly.
It gives a different vibration. Yeah. So you just need to decide what you want your feel to be like and what it feels like for your brand. Is your brand should never be deathly quiet.
No.
So your brand can be, classical music. Your brand can be.
That's how we started, didn't we?
No, we started with
the salon,
spa music.
The spa music.
Yeah.
That didn't last long when I got into the salon. That usually got changed to maybe a little bit slower than dance music or
but it just depends
remixes.
on what you and your clients want. If you are home from a home salon and your client walks in, give them the power. Say, what would you like to listen to today? Do you want to listen to, I don't know, Kylie Minogue? Do you want to listen to Adele? Do you want to listen to Slipknot? Do you want to listen to Avicii? It's completely up to them. And they're like, oh, this is like my personal experience.
Yep.
If you are in a salon like ours, we just change our music quite regularly. You can tell which girl has put the music on, which staff member has put the music on.
I can tell pretty quickly if there's country music playing, I know which girl it is that's picked it. If there's just shy of dance music, I know which girl's picked it.
Yeah.
And then if there's kids music playing,
and then there's,
I know which girl picked it.
Triple J type stuff.
Yeah, or kids music.
So Des has asked, what Spotify channels do you use?
We usually just search if it's a day. So, for example, yesterday one of the girls jumped on Spotify and just typed in Saturday, looked at a couple of the names that were in the playlist and just goes, yeah, that's good enough, bang.
Yeah,
and we'll do
cool,
that. Yeah, and we'll change that. Might be halfway through the day if it starts turning into country, especially with her. I will change that quickly.
Acoustic is really good as well.
Yeah, people love acoustic. We actually done a poll on our VIP list, and actually probably 75% of our clientele actually turned around and said we like acoustic music. So we'll throw that in there every now and then as well.
Acoustic is really good. If you put in acoustic and then the type of music, so acoustic, we like dance music, so acoustic dance music, or if you put acoustic pop, acoustic rock, things like that, that always has some really good stuff in it as well. Also, if you put the word lounge, lounge,
or
pop,
chill.
Or chill.
Chill is a good
dance,
one. Yep.
chill rock, chill jazz.
Yep.
There's a heap of those ones as well, but by the day is really cool as well.
And we change it up. The last thing clients like hearing is an ad that pops on during your Spotify. I'm sorry, I'm a big one of this one. I'm factual, again, I don't like spending money unless it's on certain things, like cars. But your clients don't like hearing ads. Honestly, it's, I think, $17.95 a month for Spotify. You get 5 accounts, so you can have one for the salon, one for you, one for your partner, your kids, whatever you want to do. If the client's just starting to zone out and they get and all of a sudden an ad pops on with advertising, what they do is they actually turn the ads, they change the treble and the bass and all that sort of stuff on ads so it sounds a lot louder. So if your client's just starting to zone out and they're just about to nod off to sleep and then an ad blasts across your radio, it's not a good feeling, and then it will take them another 15-20 minutes to start slipping back into that feeling again, in which case another ad pops on. So please guys, I can't stress that enough. For $17.95 a month, you get 5 different accesses to it. Play it. Use
I'm that.
Sorry.
CDs and stuff like that, which
can get a bit boring because they're repetitive.
Yeah, so I used to do that as well. We used to do CDs, or I used to download playlists off iTunes and things like that, and it just gets too repetitive after a while.
And you get the girls get sick of hearing it as well because they know which song's coming up next. By the end of the day, they generally know all the words to the whole CD and they're about to go.
And some days you feel like a chill one. Some days you feel like a relaxed, chill one. Some days you need a bit more of a motivational one. Some days it's like Friday and you're like, yes, it's the weekend tomorrow. It's a long weekend. We don't have to work and it's a Saturday. Yep. Let's have some fun. And then all the people that work in the walk through the salon or come into your salon are really excited because it's a weekend. So they get to hear like great music as well.
It pumps them up as well. Like we're saying before, they get the vibe of what the salon's doing when they walk in because of the noises and the sounds.
Yeah.
And if you've got, like Thank Bugger It's Friday playing on Spotify and they're like, yeah, you know what, I've actually got a really awesome weekend planned, it hypes them up as well. They get excited. They love coming in because they get that feeling as well just from sound. So again, be consistent with it. Obviously, we're consistent that we're always playing music, that we're always changing stuff up. That's our consistency with our sounds. But find something that suits your look, your vision. Our salon sound is also based on our site as well. So there is nowhere in Darwin that looks like our salon. And that's exactly why we built the salon the way we did, is we wanted people to have that vision of not being in Darwin once they were in here, because Darwin doesn't look great. So we wanted to have them have that transported feel, and our sound also helps that because it changes all the time, because it gives them that, it helps them prepare for whatever they want to, whatever they're doing after they finish in the salon.
Yeah.
Have we killed it?
I think we've killed it.
We've killed it? Okay. Is there any questions?
If you have any questions, just pop them below.
Drop them in.
Or if you have any other suggestions for the taste, touch, sight, smell, sound.
Yes, we got it, finally. It's only taken us like 3 days to remember.
So if you have any questions in regards to those, if you have any other suggestions in regards to those, Des has got a great suggestion for a playlist on Spotify.
So what is it? We love like a version mix. I'm going to have to suss that one out, Des, and we'll definitely get back to that.
We'll have a look. So if there's any other questions or anything like that you have, we're just going to do a quick little move around the salon.
Nothing that we do is quick. We just start talking.
No, we'll do it quick. I promise. Kind of, sort of. I don't know how to move this now.
Well, are we only going to go to the first bay?
No, but you're going to go over there first.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, we can just take the camera off. I don't know.
All right. I'm going to turn the camera around.
So professional.
Sorry. I'm probably going to end up turning it off somehow. There we go. You're off and in hand.
This is called selfie stick. It's called Dee's
arm. This is my selfie stick arm. All right, let me turn that around. Steve's just going to turn that around, and he's going to have a quick chat to you about our front desk, because I'm going to turn this around.
I was just going to say, look, come around this side. All right. So part of when the client first walks in is their first first impressions, like meeting someone. So their first impression, we got I'll name drop again, just because I don't know what else to call it, but our reception desk we actually got from Joykin. It was brought up by our local hair and beauty person, so again, we're supporting our local community. And it looked boring. Oh my god, it was boring. So
do you want to say how we got our quote first for the one that I wanted?
Yeah, so that quote was about $3.5 grand. Yeah, so it was about $3.5 grand for the actual reception desk that we wanted. So that wasn't happening, factual. So what we did was we ended up going to our local supplier. We got them to get whatever reception desk they had. Then we've added our own personal touch. So what we've gone for a stainless steel board that's been laser cut out. I've put my own LEDs into the back of it, and I can change the colours. So again, the client walks in, first sees this light with our logo there, stainless steel. It totally changes the look of that. Totally changes the look of the reception desk. Also, the reception desk has legs. Everyone has legs, but we've actually gone and we've got the guys that built the salon to put some extra skirting board around the desk so you can't actually see the feet. Again, it's consistent with all of our skirting boards. You can't really tell the difference. So it actually looks like it's that inbuilt feeling, but it's not really.
And how much did that end up costing us altogether at the end?
$800.
Yep. Ta-da!
So yeah, styling your salon doesn't need to be expensive. You don't need to go and do it all at once. Like I said, everything that we've done in this salon has been done progressively. We've kept changing stuff over 2 years. And the clients actually enjoy it. They know that when they walk in, they're expecting something to look different. Furniture. What we use is consistent through all of our rooms. Harvey Norman. Probably not the most cheapest of things. It's a lot cheaper than our coffee table, but we'll deal with that later. Our shelving is actually a piano stool that was chopped in half. Again, cheap. I think we got it off of Gumtree for like $50, and then we paid someone to put it all together. When it comes to our lashing rooms, actually before we go to the lashing rooms, so one thing that that Dee really wanted was the chandelier. So I don't know if you can see it, like Dee's playing cameraman, but it was our chandelier. Our chandelier was absolute fortune, but we wanted that to be consistent throughout the whole shop. Unfortunately, 7 or 8 grand later for us to deck out all of our base was not going to happen because that's a lot of money. eBay ended up being our best friend. So from eBay, we ended up getting our new chandeliers. Please, what's the word? Excuse the bulbs that have blown. We ended up going cheap with the bulbs, but eBay, they're all from eBay, and I think we spent $1,000 in total, including the guys to come in and actually install them. So again, you can have a really elegant look without the price. Our lashing bays all look very, 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 very similar to what Dee's does here. We've got the side tables, we've got the Glencores, we've got the signs at the back, and we can change all these signs at the back so that there's different wording, there's different phrases. Our mirrors are different in each room, but they're all the same sort of style. They're from the same company, but we've just got round, square, rectangular, and I think that's it. Oh, and oval, sorry. All of our colours match. Our pillows, leg pillows, head pillows, they all match. The only difference with them is that we've actually had the covers custom made purely for a hygiene reason. So we can wipe them down quickly, we keep everything hygienic, we keep everything safe for the client, we can wipe them down, they're very quick, they're very easy, and the girls absolutely love them. Other than that, I guess it's time for the statement piece.
Sure.
So our statement piece, again, eBay is people's best friend. Is that not eBay? What is that? Facebook, was it? Oh, okay, so anyway, Dee's found it somewhere, I don't know. But this is our statement piece. It is a neon sign that we found advertised on eBay that custom makes on Facebook, custom makes a sign, you put the words in.
Neon Collective.
Neon Collective, I think. Yeah, Neon Collective. Yeah, so you put the phrase in, you pick your sizes, it gets delivered in about 3 weeks, you plug it into the wall and you can turn it up at really, really bright, or you can have it so it's barely on. So this is our statement piece. This is our salon.
So we really wanted that to have, as soon as people walk into their room, before they even get anything done, I wanted them to get a compliment. And the compliment is, hey, good looking.
Yep.
I wanted them to see that even before they get their treatment done. So that was really important to me.
So I think, unless there's questions or comments, we'll just go back over here with the light so we don't look so...
Hey, good looking.
Hey!
So that's pretty much it from us.
Yep.
I hope you enjoyed it all. Love the little chair. Oh, the little chairs. They were actually on special in
Fantastic
Furniture,
Yep.
and they were like $8 each. It was crazy, so I just bought a shitload of them as soon as I saw them.
So again, it doesn't have to be expensive to get that look that you're looking for.
I'm just having a look through the comments here, just quickly. Sabi, really enjoyed your info. Oh, thanks so much, gorgeous. Is there a
Hey, we didn't bore you too much.
Is there a retail side to your business too? We only retail products that we our clients need. We don't have a stock side or anything like that.
There's no more beautiful brands or anything like
No,
that.
nothing
We
like
only
that.
stock stuff that we know that our clients need, that
Yep.
our clients want. We don't push our sales either.
No.
I will always.
So we don't have much stock. We only stock what we need, and that's pretty much just on this wall here.
Yep. So we will only stock stuff that we know works and works with us and works with our brand and works with our vision as well. So I will actually use our own girls as guinea pigs for multiple weeks at a time. Every time I find a new product, they're our guinea pigs. They know what I like to do. And I can, if I'm stocking a product, I need to know that it's proven and it's tested, and I'll do my own testing myself. If I don't like it, then I don't stock it. If it works like the $1 million that they claim it to do, I will push the absolute bugger out of it, and I will, and I'll tell the whole world about it personally.
Cool. Jodie says, love the Salon Users class. Thank you. That's such a beautiful
sorry,
compliment.
I'll get out if it's Susan class.
That's such a beautiful compliment. Thank you so much. Need these. Thank you so much. So much inspo. We're so glad we could give you some info and inspo, and hope we didn't bore you too much, but I really love this. Thanks, Anna.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and no doubt we'll be in chats with beautiful Miss Julia Mann soon for our next salon session, Salon Sunday Growth Session.
Yeah, I think we've got to find a name. Sunday Salon
Growth Sesh.
Yep, okay.
Sunday
we'll work it
Salon Growth Sesh. If you have any ideas for our next Sunday Salon Growth Sesh,
drop them
below, and the beautiful Miss Julia will let us know. But